Hello there everyone, I'm Yochias and I'm here with another episode of Let's Play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Now for the next main quest we'll have to enter the Hallowbrook Hotel and retrieve the key for the uncurrent sarcophagus in there. There are a few different entrances in it, all of which are locked, so that means we have to get in through the roof. For that we'll have to use that little elevator here, which is what we're gonna do, and I didn't remember that there was a loading screen here. Well, be it as it may be, we're gonna go in there. Now, this little part of the game, which isn't so little after all, it's actually rather extensive if I remember it correctly, very much sets the tone for the rest of the game that is to come. Because I have kinda got to admit that the game from here on out is going to be somewhat less varied than it was before. Seeing how basically the rest of the game is, with maybe one minor exception that is going to come after this, is very much going to be, well, running through buildings of different sorts and killing enemies in there. Nothing too exciting. And seeing how the game before was, in my opinion, fairly, what's the word I'm looking for? Fairly varied, had a lot of variety in its general style. Die. No, really die. I find it somewhat regrettable that at this point it, well, I don't want to say it sort of drops the ball, but it does get considerably weaker. But I suppose that's a problem that many good games have. Oh, come on. Cut. Okay, now I should for the most part have cleaned out this area. It wasn't really that hard, I was just being dumb and had problems dealing with the, had problems dealing with the actual armed enemies. Which doesn't really include him, but, oh god, it's going to be so ridiculous if I died again this time. But I won't. So, yeah. This guy's dead, so is he. Almost, you know. And, yeah, that's that. See, not hard. Not at all. Is he an enemy? I think it's reasonable to assume so. Well, somewhere around here, though I'm not quite sure where exactly. Though it might in fact be not that guy, no. Well, somewhere in here, as I said. There should be a guy whose blood we could suck if we wanted to. And seeing how my health is worryingly low, it is very much possible that I do want to suck his blood, but then I just remembered that we have this thing, which I never used before. So, now it's time. Yeah, this stores blood after we killed enemies. So we can use it to heal ourselves, and I have no idea why I kept forgetting about that. Seriously. It doesn't really heal all that much, but it's at least something, and should help us survive this area. So yeah, this guy here. We could use him for blood if we wanted to. Probably shouldn't drain him dry though, because that would make us lose humanity, if I am not mistaken. So yeah. By the way, thing about this place is that the layout is not really all that interesting, meaning that it's somewhat easy to get lost in here. So we should better be careful. How are we going to do this? Where are we supposed to go? Apparently not in here, but it looks like we haven't been in here before, and we meet these monsters again. Well, haven't seen them in a while. To be precise, we haven't seen them since we've entered the sewers. Oh, that's interesting. The creations of the Shimishi. What does this tell us? Well, we're gonna see. Now we're down here. And he's just a human, that means we can suck his blood and we can drain him dry, seeing how he attacked us first. I mean, that's how self-defense works. Okay, there's another one. Not for very much longer. Though for some reason that didn't do any damage, but knocked him back. Well, he's dead now. And there's nothing else in this room? Okay. But there is definitely something in this room. Like this guy shooting at us. What an ass. And there's another one here. Well, not for very much longer either. Dead. Now let's take care of him, who like cowardly ambushed us. How could he do such a thing? I don't know. And even more human enemies. Hey! Ah, shit. Of course there had to be a vampire in here. Yikes. Can't feed on you? Really? Oh, now we can. What makes this area much easier than, say, the sewers, which had a very similar kinda gameplay to it, is the fact that there are a lot of human enemies whose blood we can suck to heal ourselves. So that means we don't have to rely on our auto-regeneration, which is fairly slow. But it is annoying that everything looks the same in here. And which is even more important, like from its general design it looks very similar to the hideout of that one blood cult we had to deal with in a side quest. I don't know, there's really not that much to this area, which is the reason why it's among my least favorites in this game. But once again, sadly, it somewhat sets the tone for what is to come after it, which I found a bit unfortunate. But which I wanted to mention before, it's a problem that many fairly good games have, is that they get worse towards the ending. I don't know, I suppose that might just be the point in time where the pressure on the development team is the highest, and you know, they, hey, we have to get down here. And they, you know, start to run out of ideas and maybe, you know, resources. At least that would explain why in many games the ending is somewhat weak. So yeah, another level, looks about the same as the first, or as the previous one, rather. And this room, which basically screams big fight coming on. Also, yeah, there are quite a few enemies in here. We are going to kill her first. Oh damn. She's basically, well, I'm hesitant to call her a mini-boss. But she is a kind of enemy that we haven't fought before, and that means that that we are not quite prepared for what is gonna happen in here. See, we are losing health all over the place because, well, mostly because we are being careless. Let's be honest here. But also because, ah, damn. Cut. Oh right, so back here we are. And I just realized I'm really spoiled. Because I'm so used to, like, modern games autosaving every few minutes. Now I had to fight through this whole hotel all over again, which was, by all intents and purposes, somewhat annoying. Ah, where is she? Where's she? Ah, there she is. So, we should pretty soon be done with her too. At least I hope so. And I really wish she would stop teleporting all around. And I really wish this guy didn't ambush me. But he did, so what can you say? Are we now safe? Is that what we are now? Seems like that, seeing how I don't see any further enemies in this room. Except him, but he is a source of blood more than anything. Yes, he is. Yeah, basically these guys, there are more ways to heal ourselves than anything else. So anyone in here? Yes, he is. And his friend here too. Oh, damn. So we have to be careful. Get here. Suck his blood. You know, the usual. Though I'm not sure if that was the best idea ever, but seeing how no one seems to be able to attack me here, yes, there shouldn't be a problem about it. But one gotta admit, our skills are fairly good, so this whole part is not all that hard. Otherwise, it could have been fairly frustrating. On my first playthrough, well, I will admit I found it less annoying than dying. I found it less annoying than some other sections, like, well, mostly some of the boss fights, or even the sewer section, which I remember being absolutely terrible. Oh damn. You're stuck up here, aren't you? Yes, you are. And you're, well, you're just you. And you're using some sort of weird discipline, which I don't care about at all, and there's a guy in there. which means that we are going to use this thing again, just to be safe. Which is the reason we do most things, really, but... Die. Thank God they only take a few hits until they're dead. And I want your blood. Okay? Yes. Which is how we are spending most of our time in here. But never mind. Sadly, this area is fairly large, though we're getting through it pretty quickly. So that means we shouldn't bother for too long with it. Okay. Nah, we usually are through here. Until all of them are dead. Yes, yes. And now they are. Next room. And that's what this part is all about, killing room after room of enemies. Though probably not doing nearly as well as we should. Ah shit, I'm being careless. I was being careless, cut. Now this should be the room that killed me last time. I'm pretty sure of that. Now this is locked for some reason. Can we pick it, and, which is even more important, is it worth it? We will see. Well, apparently there's a guy who we could suck out, but yeah. Not worth bothering with, probably. Okay, I might take that back. But nah, I think that should be doable. We should be able to get to him and incapacitate him. See? And he is not a danger at all. He's much more a means to heal ourselves. Yep. You know, if you're not completely reckless about this, it shouldn't be that hard to get through here. Now, where are we supposed to go next? Well, thankfully, this whole place is fairly linear, and god, that's a lot of dudes. That is a lot of dudes. Man. Yet we should be able to deal with them. Yep, like that. Just slaughtering our way through. That's pretty nice. Oh, there's another one. There is another one. Gee. But not for very much longer. And another one. How many of them are there? That's ridiculous. Should be all of them. And now a little snack is actually not all that bad of an idea. Yep. And be careful to not drain them dry. Should be enough. Hope I'm not gonna eat my words later on. Oh hey, another guy. Look at that guy. He has just a pretty ridiculous handgun instead of something that could actually be useful to him. And further down we go. Yes, we do. And it looks like there's... Ah, yeah, it's Heather. There's some sort of a plotline that she's been kidnapped. It's probably a reason to get more drama in here, but really seeing how we didn't have all that much to do with her anyway, I can't say I care, particularly. Would it be nice to save her for a few, like, additional experience points, but it's not like that's something that will be missed all that much. Die. No, seriously, die. Both of you. That means you too. And here we are. And here we are in the lobby, where we are going to fight a boss, if I remember correctly. Yeah, no, that guy. I see. He's somewhat of a mini-boss, and I'm at the moment not really sure if I should fight him now or if I should fight him in the next episode. But yeah, so he can control these makeshift fire here to hurt us. That could be sorta annoying, I suppose. And I think we have to shoot him. Because, you know, shooting our enemies, it's never a bad idea. come on. And he has a shield. Damn. Stop doing that. Completely forgot how to go about this. I don't know, does the shield run out? Doesn't look like it. So I might be tempted to, for today, just to stop recording and do it in my next video, though apparently, yeah, that would be... We have to wait for him to be... Yeah. Basically, that's all I'm saying. We'll have to wait. And you know, once again, that's something I'm going to do in the next episode. But for today, I'm your German snob. This is Let's Play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and I'm going to be seeing you again tomorrow. And until then, have a wonderful evening and goodbye.